Okay. But ultimately, you felt like you wanted to go back and connect with India. Now that's been a big part of where you live most of your life.
Actually, when I traveled 6 months from London to the Indian border in 1970, I arrived December. The guard wouldn't let me in.
Wouldn't let you into India.
At that time, the immigration post was in a forest. There was just barbed wire fencing and military with guns. Because India and Pakistan, are not friendly neighbors. And there was a no man's land between Pakistan and India. So when I got an Indian visa in Pakistan, and then I left Pakistan into the no man's land, and I wasn't allowed to go back in because I only had a one entrant visa to Pakistan. And when I reached the Indian border, they asked how much money I had. And I had 26 cents in 5 different currencies. And they rejected me. They said they wouldn't let me in unless I had $200. So I couldn't go back to Pakistan. And I had already hitchhiked. And traveling through the Middle East was very challenging. I got all kinds of diseases, all kinds of life-threatening conditions, and many beautiful experiences too. But by the time I reached India, I aged about 30 years in that 6 months.
Wow.
And they would not let me in. And I was crying and begging, and they just got angrier and angrier. And for hour after hour after hour, I was just sitting under a tree, and I didn't know what to do. There was no telephones. There was no way to communicate with anybody in the world in a no man's land. And finally, around sunset, the guard changed. And this tall, elderly Sikh man with a military turban, he took the post. And the other person who was rejecting me drove off in a Jeep. And I went to him, and he said to me that my commanding officer has already ordered me to reject you. Go back. And I started to cry. And it wasn't fake tears. It was for real. Because I was really desperate. And I said, "Sir, I have risked my life to learn from the people of India, to understand your culture and your people. I promise you, if you let me in, someday I'll do something good for your people. Please give me a chance." And for a long time, he stared in my eyes. And he was like searching my mind, my heart. And then he took my passport. And he said to me, "Sometimes a man must follow his heart. Although my commanding officer ordered me to reject you, I am going to give you the chance that you're crying for." And he stamped my passport. And he was older than my father. He put his hand on my head and said, "I bless you that you will find what you're yearning for. Welcome to India."